Hey guys, Helen Hartsmith here again from the Heart of the Witch's Path YouTube channel. Hope you're having a great day. I really am. Oh, you guys, I'm so excited about this video. This video has literally been on my goal list for 2 years, and I finally did it, and I'm so happy. I'm gonna grin from ear to ear for days because I did it. So I have been wanting to film my sacred space, give you a tour of my sacred space, and so I did it. I filmed it. So yay. So, you're going to find out like what's happening behind me and over here and there and everywhere. So, because as you know, I film in my sacred space, aka my bedroom. Okay. And so I needed to do some purging and things like that to kind of make things presentable for y'all, my peeps. And so I think what I'm gonna do though, because I took a look at the footage, and there's a lot of it. I mean, it's not like this space is like super huge, so I can't believe that I got that much information, but I guess I can talk when I want, right? So anyhow, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to divide this sacred space tour into 2 videos. So you'll get part of it, you'll get the first part here, right? And then I will post the next part probably next week or something. So, kind of keep an eye out for that. So to give you a little bit of a setup, because I talk about it a little bit in the footage, but I don't know if I explained it incredibly well. So my bedroom is a long, narrow space, and we've actually found out because we have a friend that lived in this house when she was young, and apparently this room used to be 2 smaller bedrooms, and so it's a long, narrow space. And when the roomie and I moved in, I decided I needed a place to have like an office space, and because I had a desktop computer at the time, and both the roomie and I used that computer at the time. And so this space that I'm actually in right now is part of what I created as an office space. So what I did was I took 2 tall 5-shelf bookshelves and I put them next to each other, okay? And then I have a long dresser with a mirror on it that I put up against the back of those 2 bookshelves. So they're perpendicular to the wall, and so that created a nice little room divide. So you'll kind of see that as I get into it, but I wanted to make sure that I explained it well, or maybe better than I did in the actual video. So without further ado, let's jump into the footage and welcome to my sacred space. Okay, so here I am standing in the doorway of my sacred space / bedroom. And so this is what you see when you stand in the doorway. So this room is actually like a really long, narrow room. And so when we first moved in here, I thought, well, I can use this space for kind of like a dual purpose. And so you'll see that I've got 2 5-shelf bookshelves here, and they serve kind of as a room divide. So this is a long, narrow room, and there's my bedroom, or my bed back there. We'll kind of get to that in a minute. Unfortunately, I can't get like I'm standing in the doorway, and I can't, the camera doesn't allow me to like I'd have to stand really far back to get like an entire, to get like the whole shelves kind of a thing. So we're going to do a lot of panning. And so just know that there's a lot of stuff here. And so I'm going to break things kind of into like sections. So we'll cover like a shelf or like a unit at a time kind of a thing. And I will try not to go into a huge amount of detail. So this area was set up as an office initially. This 3-shelf unit on the right here. And actually, I think that the 5-shelf bookshelf too was not here initially. I initially had a desk here with a desktop computer. So so that's what was here when we first moved in, but I found that I needed more space for books and such. So, and then I stopped using a desktop computer. I got a laptop instead. So the desk wasn't necessary. Okay. So this is kind of like the library / diorama area. All right. So this is where we're going to start our tour. All right. All right. So here we are at the first like unit, and I'm going to cover stuff that's like not necessarily witchy. I'm going to probably cover that kind of quickly. Okay, so up at the top here is a cute little CD unit that has a lot of, most of my CDs I've kind of put into storage, but these are kind of like special ones that I wanted to leave out. So that's, you know, that's where I'm putting those. It's a cute unit that I got a long time ago. I don't even remember where. I'll try to tell you like where I got things. If I can, or whatever. Here we've got 2 Elowen dolls. Elowen is the moody little, oh, I love her. She's they're Tonner dolls. And then in front here, we've got some of my smaller witchy books. So the Witches series that's kind of new to Llewellyn, those are there. I've got these really cool books that are wildflowers, trees, and birds that are indigenous to the Michigan area. So I thought that this was a kind of a cool place to put these smaller books so they didn't get lost on the bigger bookshelves. Okay, and then I've got Moonwater over here that I've collected and left out, or you know, to get charged by the moon. This cubby cube unit was a separate purchase, and I think that came from like a Walmart or a Target. They're pretty all over if you're looking to purchase something like that. In this cube, I have all of the, I don't want to call them remedies because they're not really remedies, but these are all things that I've made. Planetary tinctures, there's flower essences and things like that. These are all magical items that I've made. So those are all stored here. And then here, these are all of my stone books are here. My Book of Light is stored here. This little white binder that you see here, that is actually my correspondence book. So all of the correspondences that I work with, I store the lists there. And then these are books that I'm currently reading. And there's Mom. There's my mom looking out for things. That's her graduation picture. Let me get a little closer. Isn't she pretty? Love you, Mom. And then this 3-shelf unit I've had for a number of years now, and I don't know if a bookshelf like this is available still, but I did get it, I think, from a Walmart. So this top shelf is my entire Christopher Penczak collection. So I'm missing a few of his books, but everything is there. And also on the end here, there's printouts from various classes that I've saved, and all my certificates are on this shelf too. And then there's a few really cute bottles or glass bottles, containers that I have some herbs stored in there. I thought they were really cute, and I didn't want to put them in the other section, so that's why they're here. The next shelf, I have a couple of these really cute boxes that I got from Joann's. Let me see if I can... I hope this isn't super shaky, you guys. So on the top, it says toil, trouble, boil, bubble. So these are just cute little decorator boxes. Oh, of course I dropped. Oops. So I got 2 of them, and the bottom one I used to store altar decorating supplies. So altar cloths, things that are Sabbat specific and things of that nature. This top one is where I put gifts that I purchase. I try to start buying Christmas and birthday gifts, like when I see something that I want to purchase for that person. And so this this box just gives me a place to store them, so I know where they're at when I go to get them. Over here are my essential oils. So in the bottom, that bottom case there, those are more of the blends, and then the standard oils are in the top there. So I keep those all together, and there's a cute little shelf to kind of separate it. That's also where I store my soap base and my beeswax for various crafty projects. Yay. And then the bottom, those are just, man, I think one of these red, I think there's patterns, like actually sewing patterns in there. This kit is like a lot of leftover desk stuff, so leftover or extra pens, cords and things like that, thumb drives, those all kind of stay in there. So that's this unit. So the first 5-shelf bookshelf. Obviously up at the top there are some boxed Barbies, and those are ones that I intend, like if they're in a box, they're going to stay in a box. So on the right, those are all Twilight dolls, and I don't have all of them. I just have like the ones that I found or whatever. And I've got one Alice, where's my finger? One Alice that's out, and I also have her boxed as well. On the top shelf here, well, these next 2 shelves, those are dioramas. If you want to know what character they're for, I guess, let me know. I'm not going to go into that in this video, okay? Then these bottom 3 shelves, this is where the majority of my Wicca books are. It's not all of them, but it's a majority. And I keep them in alphabetical order just so I can find them easier. And yeah, I think that's pretty much the big thing here. And you will notice that down in the corner here, those are some binders. Those are character binders that I eventually want to move to another shelf. So, and that will open up some more room for me for the witchy books as well, as I need the space for them. Okay, so that's a real quick rundown of that bookshelf. Okay, I really think that the light is gonna mess with really seeing this second 5-shelf unit, and that's kind of okay because there's not a whole lot of witchy stuff on here anyhow. So like really quickly, this top shelf is where I have my Cassandra Clare books. I do have the Twilight books all in hardcover. And well, I guess about the most witchy thing on this shelf would be that I've got my books from Wicca authors, like those 3 in the front there. Those are all Michelle Belanger fiction. So I've put them here, but I'm not super sure that I like where they're at. So this is kind of more, more doll display. The bottom 2 shelves there, they're kind of more general books that aren't Wicca based. I will point out though, one of my prized possessions is right there. It is well, hold on, let me grab it. Let me see if I can grab it and not like drop everything. So this is one of my prized possessions. This is a autographed copy right there of Anne Rice's The Witching Hour. Anne Rice is my favorite author of all time. And so actually when I was in college, I worked at the college bookstore, and when the book folks were they were at a conference or something like that, and the lady in charge of the textbook area, Anne was there. I didn't even meet Anne, but this was brought back for me, and this is, like I said, it's one of my prized possessions. Love you, Anne. All right, so that's going to be it for this unit. All right, and so here is the last 5-shelf bookshelf. Again, lots of box dolls across the top. The top shelf here, this is where I keep my witchy correspondence books. And I'm not super happy with them being here, but that's I wanted them in an area where I could access them. So this might be something that I kind of reevaluate, because those books are only like in like that part of the shelf. The rest of the shelf, there's Sabbath books are in there, and the correspondence stuff is over here. Those are like books for divination. So I know like rune books are there. Any books that go with the deck are there. Sorry, I got confused. And also, the really cool thing that's on this shelf, I saw someone online, they have a collection of dirt from various places where they've been. So these little jars here are my collection of dirt that I've started in recent years. And I'm really excited. This little packet right here, my cousin, I didn't actually go there, but my cousin traveled to China last year, and she was at the Summer Palace in Beijing. And so she brought me back dirt and a little rock. No, there's 2 rocks in there. So I need to put those in a little jar and label them. So that's kind of cool. Is that all the cool stuff that's on this shelf? What is this? Oh, that's her wig. Sorry. All right. So then another couple dioramas. And then these last 2 shelves, I hope this is not jiggly. I am really trying to not jiggle. So the last 2 shelves, these are also gaming things. So the top shelf here, that's all my White Wolf books. For White Wolf, the Masquerade, which is a vampire. There's Mummy, there's Werewolf, there's Changeling. There's all kinds of stuff. So that's all the books on that shelf. And then here's my little dice containers. If y'all follow me on Instagram, you would have seen those. And of course, Ursula's hanging out, just keeping everybody in line. You gotta like that. And then on the bottom there, those binders, those are what I'm hoping to kind of condense down, because those are all city binders. And that was they were useful when we tabletop gamed, but we don't really do that anymore. It's mostly online now. So those are things that I don't need. So I'm hoping to like take them apart and be able to move the character binders onto that shelf. All right, so there's the last 5-shelf bookshelf. Woohoo! All right, that's it. That's part 1. That is this area right here of the sacred space. I hope you're enjoying it so far. Hopefully I'm, not talking too fast, all those good things. If you've got any questions about anything, feel free to ask me in the comments below. If you like this video or learned something from it, give it a thumbs up. If you haven't done so already, hit the subscribe button. It's down, it's red, and it's down in there somewhere. I don't know. And also check out links in the description box for all social media, please. All right, so we'll see you next time with part 2 of the Sacred Space Tour. Thanks for watching, and thanks for taking the time to walk the path for a little while with me. Until next time, blessed be.